Your digital hip hop station up with a 79 Flow Rider Low. Ephra, Miss Shy Nigga, of course, hanging out with the CEO of hip hop, Arthur. That's right, activist. He does it all. Russel Simmons in the building. You can catch him at Stonecrest Mall on tomorrow. Got the new clothing line, Argyle Culture, in the building talking about a lot of stuff. Just so much to talk about. Everybody in the studio just asking Russell all kind of questions, but definitely.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, every time I come to Atlanta, I'm inspired by so many people, whether it's designers or musicians or whatever. I always get a lot from here. Culturally, this is the hottest place in the country. I just want to say that because I started to say it earlier, but it's very important to state. I mean, this is a place you should be proud of, this community, because y'all got a lot of culture here.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
Did I say something if I got quiet?
No, he was looking like.
It's true though. Why you bored here?
Oh, no, I believe you.
This is a beautiful place here.
I don't want to leave Atlanta.
Get him, Russell. Of course, you are in town. We have to reiterate, you are in town promoting this brand new clothing line that you have called Argyle Culture, and we talked about it. It's like the grown man. The grown man clothing line to the Fat Farm. It's that next step, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. I mean, after designing for so many years, you get pigeonholed and you get kind of stagnant.
Yeah.
And the idea of the urban graduate was always on my mind. Like what do you wear beyond hip hop clothing? What's the next step? And there was a void. I thought,
right.
I wanted to design into that void, and that's what we're doing.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about your book quickly.
Thank you. I wanted to talk about it because. Yesterday, I think I mentioned to somebody, yesterday Oprah was teaching on this a book. She had 1 million people online, and it was a book called, I think, The New Earth. And that whole idea, about inspiration and all this wave of self-help books. And I think that, all the scripture, no matter who the prophet, is all the same. It's just different languages, different ways to express it. And I'm not going to tell you that in my book is something new. But, my experiences are new, and the way that I describe these same ideas is I hope new or certainly inspirational to some in this community. And so the book Do You, it was a bestseller. It got a tremendous amount of play. But I walk in the street and people bump into me and tell me that it inspired them or it changed them some.
Right.
So the soft cover is coming out right now.
All right.
And as many people as I can get to read it, even pass it along, never mind buy it. Just the idea that people are paying attention to the self. That the you I refer to is not some individual separate from everybody else, but the one who's connected. And the idea of being connected, and being a little bit less stressed, less anxiety. We talked about yoga earlier. Mm-hmm. And the idea of being awake, it's attractive. All the money and all the things you think you want are attracted to you when you learn to let go.
Wow.
And the book is about that process.
Okay.
So the book is called Do You, the soft cover's coming out, and whoever hasn't seen it, I'd like for as many people to read as possible.
Okay, so what made you say, you know what, I'm going to be a vegan, I'm going to do yoga? What was going on that made you realize that this was the right way for you?
I think that it happens to all of us as we get older. You learn, the scripture is pretty clear. Every one of them, whether it's the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, the Yoga Sutras, they all say the same thing and they're all very clear. And what in your heart, you don't need scripture to know what's right. But when you get older, or during the process of aging, you bump your head. You go outside of the law and you bump your head, so you get back in order. And the idea is, as you learn, hopefully you get in order.
Yeah.
Some people do the same things over and over again, but still they learn more and more that what they're doing that's outside of the order hurts.